international health organizations have identified glaucoma as a leading cause of irreversible blindness across the globe. It is also on record that 80% of patients who visit eye care facilities in Nigeria come with glaucoma cases, while over 100,000 cases are recorded annually. This increasing trend informed the collaboration between the Christian Broadcasting Network Africa and MICURE to provide free screening and treatment of glaucoma to 10,000 Nigerians in Lagos.
We've had over 500 patients so far. Then on a daily basis, we see a maximum of about 40 patients.
No, I can't see anything.
Yes. Valentine Eze is in his early 60s. He lost his right eye to glaucoma 2 years ago. If Valentine had the opportunity being offered by CBN Africa and MICURE Eye Care Services earlier, his story may have been different. Glaucoma, according to experts, is a group of disease that damage the optic nerve of the eyes, resulting in loss of vision and blindness.
Part of the eye, this transparent part, we call it the cornea. I mean, usually for most people it will appear black in this environment because of the color of the structure inside the iris. It will appear black, but we call it the cornea, and it's usually transparent. Now, rays of light from objects we are looking at will pass through this space unhindered, will pass through the aperture, the hole there inside the iris, what we call the pupil. It will pass through and go to the back of the eye, what we call the retina. I will dismantle this briefly, but before I do that, let me just turn back. This is the front, and there's the back. At the back, you can see this thing shooting out. This is the optic nerve. This is the optic nerve, and like I said, we have a coalition of about 1.2 million fibers to form the optic nerve. So it's not just a single strand, and it's like an electrical wire. It goes from the back of the eye to the visual center in the brain. So we have the brain has been compartmentalized to various segments, and they serve different purposes. So the vision has a section in the brain where we call the visual center, usually at the occipital part of the brain. So this particular fiber goes right through to that center, and visual images are sent like electrical impulses through this fiber to that portion of the brain for interpretation. We can see the inner part. This inner part, you see this red crisscrossing fibers and blue crisscrossing fibers. Those are the vessels, the blood vessels. The red one is the one that is artery, the blue one is the vein. So the red one will carry oxygenated blood to supply, while the blue one will carry deoxygenated blood out of the brain for it to be oxygenated. Now, if you look close at the far back, you will see the origin of the nerve. The nerve actually originates here. That origin of the optic nerve, which is what we are seeing at the back here, that origin is what we call the optic disc or optic nerve head, optic disc. Now, when we examine patients for glaucoma, we're actually focusing on the optic disc because there's no way I can see the nerve at the back because the eye is situated inside the socket, and I'm only seeing the front part. So, but when I look through the eye, I can see the origin of the nerve, the optic disc, and it is looking at this optic disc that we can see what is happening there and tell whether the patient is developing glaucoma or not.
Glaucoma comes in different types, but the commonest is the primary open angle, and age is not a barrier for this disease condition.
Glaucoma is a disease of public importance in eye care. And the way glaucoma damages the nerve, it does that gradually. It doesn't damage the whole bunch of nerve all at once. And so if somebody has, damage to the nerve at the early stage and you pick it, and we can halt or stop the further damage to all the remaining strands or fibers of the nerve, then we can prevent the patient or the person from going blind from glaucoma. That's what the important thing or the key thing is early detection, is early diagnosis.
Though no particular cause is known for glaucoma, people of African descent, those with family history of glaucoma and other non-modifiable conditions can be risk factors. Due to the asymptomatic nature of glaucoma, it is not easily noticed except through a medical examination of the eyes. If detected early, It can be managed for a lifetime, and this is not cheap.
Mikel has, over the years, realized that there's a need to give back to the society. So our way of doing that is to partner with other organizations and to see how we can impact the society. The message is, let's detect it early. And how are we doing that? Because a lot of people don't even know about it. So let's create an awareness. Now, our goal for this screening is to screen 10,000 Nigerians. If we're able to identify 10,000 Nigerians and we're able to screen them, we're able to tell them what their status is. We're able to tell them what their family, tell them, come screen your family as well. So people that have family history, people that have a propensity to have glaucoma, they're able to identify it and they're able to start treating themselves. So invariably, we'll have prevented somebody from going blind. We'll have prevented somebody from having blindness that is preventable. So this is why we work with other organizations like Christian Broadcasting Network and ensure that we identify and we kick out glaucoma in Nigeria.
To this present stage, CBN has been able to reach over 2,000 communities and villages, offering them free health at free cost. We do this with Mikel, especially to mark the World Glaucoma Week coming up in March. So we started from February, we screen people for free, and other treatments are so for free in partnership with them. And this has really afforded us the opportunity to help a lot of poor people on the streets. The when people ask, I can boldly tell you, the government is supporting is just the what we call the widow's mite, the kobos and nairas of fellow Nigerians like you and I, who has been able to support us, who we call the 700 Club partners, have been able to help us do this by putting smile on the faces of people and giving hope to the hopeless on the street. And that's why it's very important, wherever you find yourself, look out for a way to help people, like the Christian Broadcasting Network, the producers of 700 Club Nigeria, Turning Point, You Were There, Superbook have been doing.
The free medical screening going on at Mikel House from now till April 2019 is opened to everyone.
I saw it on the newspaper, New Telegraph, just write up about what they're doing there. I said, okay, I came here, they said I should book online. I booked, and this is my first time. So after checking me, then they gave me paper I should go to this thing before people called me. I saw the people. Then I thank CBN and Mikel for giving me the opportunity to come there and do more tests.
For their work. I should they should keep on with this good gesture.
Here today, I've seen people who needed glasses but never knew they needed one, and they have been recommended to take one. Some have been recommended for surgery. This is a very good one.
They even told us that anybody who's discovered to have cataract or glaucoma, they will go 40%. They will give 40% discount. What else do we need than to dance to the occasion?
As the Christian Broadcasting Network Africa and Mikel collaborates to kick out glaucoma from Nigeria, government and individuals are enjoined to play their part by formulating policies to make glaucoma screening compulsory and promote more public awareness about the disease condition.